strong. 𝐂𝐒𝐒𝐿, let's go. 𝐂𝐒𝐒𝐿, let's go.
Come follow your desire. When there's a will, there's a way. You're the owner of that fire. No one can take it away.
Sweat and blood to write your story. That is how you pave the way. You're about to reach the glory. Only one step away.
All the highs and lows, all the tears and the pain.
You've been there through it all, been through it all. Just do it again. Now you get to believe, I believe. Cause you know what it takes to be living my dream at the top of your game. Feel it, got everything you need it. Now bring it like you need it, just like you need it. Dale, olvídalo que vale. Juega como tú sabes, como tú sabes. And it's just contagious, you know.
And it never fails.
No, no,
No one's getting tired.
I know.
You got that fire.
Hey, yo, dream a little higher. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
We've taken all that our hearts can hold. And we can't hold on to the past no more. From the dirt and the tears we may go. We are more than flesh and bones.
All the highs and lows, all the tears and the pain.
You've been there through it all, been through it all. Just do it again.
Now you get to believe, I believe. Cause you know what it takes to be living my dream at the top of your game.
Feel it, got everything you needed. Now bring it like you need it, just like you need it.
Dale, olvídalo que vale.
Juega como tú sabes, como tú sabes.
Pelé, Maradona, Maldini, Romario, Cristiano, Ronaldo,
𝐿 Iniesta, Beckham y Kaká.
Messi, Mbappé, Salah, Brasil, Uruguay, Argentina, Colombia, US, England, Germany, France, South Africa, España, México, Japan, Korea, Netherlands. Oh, eh, oh, eh.
All right. So, like I said in the morning, that it comes a point in time on the show. I want that music to play for long. So that was intentional. Not that that the boys are not here. We're here. Just wanted to feel it. I also want to feel it. The mood of the World Cup in the coming days. We'll see if we can extend the playing time. Welcome to 94.9 32 FM. And this is Scoreboard Reloaded. I am Peter. I've got SAMIES alongside with me, and Shakira, Burna Boy, also part of the show. You have them there giving us the World Cup team song for this year. Okay, maybe at a point in time we'll see if we can add more of that. Now, the World Cup has come with its own ups and downs, politics, diplomacy, and all that playing out in this year's World Cup. The Iraqis, the Iranians, the Americans, good enough. Israel didn't qualify for the World Cup. Can you just imagine Israel qualifying for the World Cup, SAMIES, and there's a game between Israel and Iran? Or you know how these things played out for those who understand. But Gianni Infantino has been the man in the middle of the storm. He has to face questions here and there and all that. Saw the press conference before the game between Iran that they played. And, I mean, journalists were asking questions around international politics. And the man was just saying, ask me something about our opponent. So you see how this thing is taking over. But let me allow you to take a listen to Gianni Infantino walk into the dressing room of the Iranians after the game a couple of days ago, and to think that they were told to leave the US immediately after the game. Hopefully with the peace resolution that was signed a couple of hours ago between the US and the Iranians, hopefully all of these things will die down. Just trying to hurt some international politics. So Gianni Infantino took time to get into the dressing room of the Iranians, had a chat with them, and it was all smile. Let me allow you to take a listen to Gianni Infantino. Spoke in English, and then someone have to interpret to some of the Iranian players in their language so that everything can be balanced, everything can go stew. Take a listen to Gianni Infantino. We'll come back and we'll talk about more ahead of this year's World Cup, and of course, more headlines from the world of sport. The BBC also, the journals for world football updates, this and more we bring to you for the next 25 minutes. But now, take a listen to Gianni Infantino.
Tonight was a tough game. With a bit more luck, you win. امشب بازی سختی بود با یک کم شانس بیشتر نتیجه رو می‌بردین این بازی رو.
But you showed to your families, to your friends, to your people, to the world that you are in the World Cup, that you perform and you have 2 more games to go.
ولی به خانواده‌تون، به دوستاتون، به دنیا، به جهان نشون دادین که شما تیم تو جام جهانی هستین و 2 تا بازی دیگه هم دارید.
And in these 2 games that you have to go, you will make again everyone in the world proud of what you do.
و تو این 2 بازی هم که دارین همه رو دور دنیا باعث افتخار خواهیم بود براشون.
Thank you for being here.
خیلی ممنون که اینجا بودید.
It's also a big emotion. I know what you go through. I understand. But you are stronger than
From the day
احساس
you were born, that here in this place.
So you have the voice of Gianni Infantino there speaking with the Iranians after their 2-2 draw against New Zealand in the first game at this year's World Cup. Samis, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Peter. Good afternoon to everyone who has also joined us on the show this afternoon. Well, I think the fever actually is just getting there. For lovers of football, especially from the game that went down late last night and also in the early hours of today, where we've also seen 62 goals scored across the 18 games that have gone down at the FIFA Men's World Cup for this year. But as we talk about that also, we can talk about attendance as well, where we had that 281,223 fans at the FIFA World Cup stadiums for the games that went down yesterday as well. And you tell that it's actually a good one, and that's the record attendance what we talk about the history of the FIFA Men's World Cup. But those games that went down also, you talk about those games being big games from the group stages of this year's FIFA Men's World Cup. So long may it continue, and I expect this year's edition of the FIFA Men's World Cup to also break records in terms of attendance. And maybe the actual reason is because of having it as an expanded edition of the FIFA Men's World Cup. So the numbers definitely need to come with this competition.
So speak to me more about this attendance of a thing. Is it down to because it's the US and how crazy they can be? Is it down to timing? Is it down to economy? Because I mean, the attendance has been very good at this year's World Cup. And I say it again, very, very good. And it will get better in the days. So, Sammy, what's all of this? What's it down to?
Well, you can say that it's down to their economy, which, of course, we know how saturated these countries they are. When we talk about the population, it is quite many. These people are many. But you also look at the games that we had. We had the defending champion take onto the field of play yesterday. That's Argentina. We had the French national team take onto the field of play yesterday. Different cities, different centers. I know it comes with that, but there has been so much preparation that has also gone into this this kind of event, these matches, because we've actually seen the ticket sale go from one amount to another, that's a higher figure in the course of the purchase for the FIFA Men's World Cup. But the economy, it is good. The population, they have it. So you talk about this part of the world also. I know the fear was they are not a football that's what's it called? That's a viewing nation. They have their own sports in which they are actually
Hold a sec. You know, let's change the whole thing, because this is the US.
Yes.
Like someone reminded me a couple of days ago, they call it soccer.
Soccer, yes.
And not football.
And they call their football American football.
Yes, they have theirs. So maybe we should say, when we talk about the World Cup now, maybe this can help us to mention that in that part of the world, they call it soccer. That's why you have the MLS. So I know that they turn out to down to a few factors, like I mentioned, economy in that part. I mean, pretty good. You can afford to go watch a match, move across cities without spending a whole lot of money. You're talking about a country that have got mixed in terms of race.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying now?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. the country is also crazy when it comes to entertainment. So I'm saying all of this just to narrow it down to, because I've seen colleagues who have talked about this issue of this hydration break in this year's World Cup. It looks like this, like a basketball now, because you have 2 half in each half
yes.
of a football match. And SAMIES at 30 degrees, I think that is still okay.
Yeah, it is okay. And I think the reason why...
Let me learn, SAMIES. Because I've had people say these are for commercial reasons. You know that when you watch this game on your satellite TV, once you hear that hydration break, there is a commercial that flows within that 2-3 minutes. So
yes.
FIFA, I don't know where the scope is coming from.
Well, we talk about scope, and you know that this kind of events won't actually fund themselves. These events won't fund themselves. But you talk about the hydration break as well. I think it's actually been good also, especially with the temperature these players are dealing with. That's on the field of play. Maybe not all of them are used to it, but at a point in time during their regular season, they feel this temperature, but it is not an everyday thing. They are not much more exposed to it on an everyday thing. So having it at the FIFA Men's World Cup and having 5 minutes break, I don't think that is actually much for them. And they are actually adapting so well. I've seen the players have been asked the question, and it's all about the momentum. It's either you are in the momentum, the driving seat during your hydration break, and you actually see that as an opportunity also for yourself to put heads together, or you are actually far from it. You see it also as an opportunity to get some tactical instructions also from your head coach. So everything works hand in hand to actually ensure that this competition actually serves us well. And I think we saw a glimpse of that at the FIFA Club World Cup that was held during the course of last year's August. So it was preparing us to what we would see at the FIFA Men's World Cup in extension. And this is an inclusive FIFA Men's World Cup, and it's actually been serving us at that the numbers, and we expect it to just get better from what we had yesterday.
Good. Brilliant. Let's talk about England tonight against Croatia. And of course, for the English media, it's all about, hey, Thomas Tuchel, you've got a lot of questions to answer. The FA gave him a new deal, not even considering what the outcome would be for this year's World Cup. So they went ahead and gave him a new deal, said he's helping us build something for the future. Lost 2 friendly games, one against Japan, one against Senegal, but in the group game for this year's World Cup, they went smooth sailing. Now take a listen to Thomas Tuchel, giving the reason why they have to go for the Chelsea boy Chalobah ahead of the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold or Harry Maguire. Take a listen to the German, and when we come back, we're not done as we build up to the games today, starting from 6 p.m. Portugal will be up against DR Congo, and later tonight for 9, the 3 Lions of England will be playing against Croatia. One game that I'll be waiting to see how that will happen. When we come back, we'll talk more.
Very disappointed and very sad. All of us were. It was kind of a little shock in training when he stopped training, and he straight away had the feeling that this can be an injury that costs him the tournament, and he was unfortunately right. After assessment, we got the information that it's about 4 or 5 weeks, injury of 4 or 5 weeks, which is unfortunately too long to keep on rebuilding and reintegrating him into the squad. So we took the decision to send him home. Was of course disappointed, and so were we. He was a key player and in good shape and available for both sides for us as a fullback. We called Trevor Chalobah up because then we free up Jarell Quansah as a fullback on both sides, and Chad Spence can both sides fullback. So Trevor comes as a centre-back alternative and gives us full coverage in the back four.
All right, so there you have Thomas Tuchel there speaking. I've also got one boy, or let me say he's a man now. Kola has become a man. Joins us all the way from Lagos. He talks to us about the game tonight between England and Croatia. Kola, let me say good afternoon to you. How do you do?
Good afternoon, Peter. I'm fine. I'm well. And World Cup season, there's a whole lot to be happy about, even though Nigeria is not there. We saw Messi rolling back the ends of time yesterday. That's what has been all over the internet today. So a lot to be happy about, honestly.
And you're even smiling on your DP, Kola, and I see your Arsenal jersey. Let's not get into that this afternoon. Let's not get into Arsenal. Let's not get into Arsenal Football Club. I've got my colleague and friend here, SAMIES, alongside with me on the show. So let's talk about England tonight. But before I get to your view about the game tonight against Croatia, let me allow you to listen to one of the star player in your club side, Arsenal Football Club you support. It's Bukayo Saka. He's speaking about injuries and how many times has he played 90 minutes, guys? Probably lost count. So they're trying to manage him, both Mikel Arteta and Thomas Tuchel. Take a listen to him trying to answer a few questions from the English media. And you know how the English can be. They want to press his neck. Take a listen to Bukayo Saka.
Look, your Achilles has had an awful lot of discussion among us lot, obviously. A lot of focus for you, I think, for a good few weeks now, for the back end of the Arsenal season as well. Thomas Tuchel has said he doesn't think you can play 90 minutes at the moment. You can't start and finish a game. Is that how you feel?
I don't want to say anything that obviously goes against the manager. What I would say is between Mikel and Arsenal medical team and Thomas and the England medical team since March, they've managed me amazingly and helped me get back on the pitch and do what I can for the team. And yeah, I'm feeling better than I felt in the last few months. And yeah, I'm ready to go.
Not quite 100% yet, though.
I'm ready to go, man.
Okay, so Kola, I mean, smart boy. He don't want to put his manager club level, at national team level, at loggerheads. So what do you make of this, Kola?
I think, especially for Arsenal fans, Bukayo Saka's injury is not a secret. It has not been a secret for a while. I think since he got injured against Palace in December 2025, he has not fully recovered yet. I think it's Achilles tendon, injury that has been recurring, and the only reason he had to come play towards the end of last season was because Arsenal, were on the verge of ending a long-term trophy drought and potentially, could have won the Champions League last season. So he just wanted to come back to some parts. Like you mentioned earlier, I don't think he played 90 minutes. I can't even remember the last time because Saka has played 90 minutes for either club or country, and it's just what it is. But the thing with Bukayo Saka is, even if he's going to give you 15 minutes, there's a potential to make a difference with that 15 minutes. Credentials for England, says a lot. So when you have the likes of Theo Foden, Cole Palmer being left at home, or you have Bukayo Saka, you ask yourself, maybe he's not necessarily more talented than these guys, but if there's one thing, he has proven to be more reliable than them, especially for his nation. So that is why the outfit Bukayo Saka is at the World Cup. And then you have Madueke, his club mates that would also take minutes off him, and he's also a pure winger. That's one thing that I keep telling people. Thomas Tuchel chose Bukayo Saka and Madueke because they are pure wingers. The other options that everyone has been mentioning, they are not pure wingers. Maybe except for Jarrod Bowen of West Ham, and for some reasons, Thomas Tuchel believes that someone like Noni Madueke could offer, more. Maybe they are not necessarily the same kind of player. Jarrod Bowen is going to guarantee you more goals, but Madueke, is probably going to the pitch more. And for Thomas Tuchel, he values that, in this current team.
Okay, so SAMIES, let's talk about the game tonight against Croatia. It's not the first time England is playing Croatia at the World Cup. They've met before, third place, quarter final, European Championship, and if you take a look at that head-to-head in the last few years, in fact, at the point in time, Croatia denied them of qualifying for a major tournament in Wembley, and that team had Luka. And Luka, as we speak, is still in the team. He's 40. SAMIES tonight, the English. I've listened to the English media, and they said it's good that they're having this strong start to the World Cup, because we know how the World Cup is this year. You finish third, you still can qualify for the next round of. But English will want to finish above every other one. But how do you make up this game tonight against Croatia? First game for the Three Lions of England.
For the Lions of England, I think, many people have been saying, this is an opportunity also for them to start well and for Thomas Tuchel to make a statement going into that this year's World Mundial. But on the other hand, you look at Croatia as well. I see this side as a side that has been consistent when we talk about football since 2018 when they finished as the second best team that's in the world, losing to France in the finals of the FIFA Men's World Cup there in Russia.
Sorry, I have to butt in here. Let me remind you that it was France 98 that Croatia came on board.
Yes.
You remember what they did in France 98? The likes of 𝐷𝐿 and the rest went on. No, France 98. Yes, exactly, France 98. And they were beaten by France in semi-final to play in the third place game. They were good. And then they went off, and then a new set came. So when you say 2018, I take you back.
No, I'm talking about their run of consistency.
Yeah, I know.
Where they've been
but
consistent.
those signs have been there when the likes of 𝐷𝐿 left in the 90s, early 2000, and then that 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. And I mentioned the other time, they stopped England.
And they finished as the third best team in France 98.
Yes, and yes, third best.
Third best.
They finished as second before.
Yes.
They finished third twice and one second.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, that for Croatia, we've seen them as a side that has maybe really been much more consistent since 2018, and that also you can attribute it to the presence of Luka Modric. All of these are players they've actually had from that era down to till this point. So this game is not going to be easy for either of these national teams because the first 3 points in every competition, I think it's as important in this kind of competitions, is as important as how you want to finish this competition. In Qatar, they finished as the third best team, defeating that's Morocco. They would see it as also another opportunity for them to make another statement at this FIFA Men's World Cup. And for the European heavyweights, that's talking about England, who were the beaten finalists at the European Championship that's in the year 2020. I think this is an opportunity also for them to go at them and get the maximum results. So it's down to the players who will actually prosecute this game and how both managers would actually put all of these players on the field of play to go get the results. But for many people, they would actually tip on the Lions of England to see the result. But for Croatia, up against them, I don't see it as the game that will give you the high number of goals. That those figures, but you can just see minimal goals in it, and the result actually will just favor one side.
Kola, speak to me about this midfield battle. A midfield with a 40-year-old Luka, a midfield with Mateo Kovacic coming from Manchester City, and for England on the other hand, are we going to see Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice? I think for me the battle will be in that middle. How about you, Kola?
Absolutely. I think if you look at the recent performances of Croatia, that is in 2018 and 2018 and 2022, that's their last two tournaments. It's always been about their midfield. I think Luka Modric was the best player in the 2018 World Cup. Yeah, and in 2022 as well, we saw the part he played. Now there's no Rakitic, there beside him, but you still have the likes of Kovacic, that will still play their role. But you have to also acknowledge that no matter how good and talented these guys are, they are nearing the twilight of their career, or let me even say they are the twilight of their career, and then they are coming up against an English midfield that are nearing the prime of their career. You look at Elliot Anderson, absolutely brilliant season. He has been the subject of huge bids across several clubs. You look at Declan Rice, probably, arguably one of the most athletic midfielders, and tireless midfielders you find out there. And you have Jude Bellingham, either Jude Bellingham or Morgan Rogers. But I think based off on the last friendly game, Thomas Tuchel would want to take a bit towards Jude Bellingham, given the performance compared to that of Morgan Rogers in the last game. These guys have enough legs. I will be shocked if they don't make this game expansive against Croatia. Because if they make it expansive, I think they have the legs to outrun Croatia in the midfield. They have the power, they have athletic guys. Their trio of, their midfield trio are athletic and they can overpower Croatia. Yes, Croatia, their experience, they can use the ball in midfield, Luka Modric, Kovacic, but again, where he can text the game. If they can take it to that back and forth style, I think they're going to outrun Croatia in the midfield.
So, Kola, before I let you go, because we need to go now, your prediction.
England are going to win this game 2-1 because, as a matter of fact, their recent meetings, I think England have dominated. I think it's only been one win for Croatia in probably their last 5 meetings. But I think it's going to be the same. It's going to be a tough game, close game. But I think England just have more difference makers that can edge this game towards them.
All right. So thank you so much, Kola, for your intervention on the show this afternoon.
It's always my pleasure to be here.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure. So let's head straight to London. Thank you, SAMIES, for doing this with me. We'll wrap up with the World Football Update from the BBC. They'll help us close the show. We'll see you guys again by Wednesday, Thursday morning, 9:15 for Scoreboard in 15. I am Peter.
World Football Update from the BBC.
Hello, this is Ed.
tó wáyé bí ọdún mẹ́rin ó lé lógún sẹ́yìn nígbà tí kòrédè Faransé àti Senegal ti hàn kíra wọn yóò ní pápá ṣeré ti New York ní New Jersey ní àná ni wọ́n ti dára ní bẹ̀bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé 3-1 ní ẹgbá paríparí ẹ̀ ohun tó ń bẹ lára ẹ̀ òun náà ni ti orílẹ̀-èdè Norway níbi tí agbábọ́ọ̀lù lọ́wájú Erling Haaland tó ti fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé kèé ṣeré ló ń bá wá sínú ìdíje ọ̀hún fúngbà àkọ́kọ́ nínú ìtọ̀gbésí ayé rẹ̀ tó sì wá da méjì bolẹ̀ ní abala àkọ́kọ́ kódà ó tún wà lára àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe ìrànwọ́ nínú fagabaga èyí tó so orílẹ̀-èdè rẹ̀ pọ̀ mọ́ Iraq ní ti Iraq ogun orí afẹ́fẹ́ ó dùn jà torí pápá lọ torí bọ́ǹbù bíi ti bálẹ̀ àdẹ̀bìtì òun náà ni ìyà jẹ́ sí fún wọn àmọ́ nígbà tí Argentina náà kojú kọtẹ gbábọ́ọ̀lù Algeria ní pápá ìṣeré ti Kansas lórílẹ̀-èdè Amẹ́ríkà 3-0 náà ní ẹ kó sí wọn láwọn eléyìí tó ń fi àyè ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé bàbá ju bàbá lọ nínú fagagbága tiwọn mọ́jú ẹ̀ níbi tá a ti ń fètè wo díẹ̀ ta tó sáré pé bí iṣẹ́ fẹ́ yá òun náà ni Austria àti Jordan ní ẹjọ́ pàdé ara wọn níbi tó yẹ pé wọ́n kọ́ ti ń ta omi ayò kọ̀ọ̀kan kó tó di pé ó di àbùlàbùlà ayò eléyìí tí wọ́n ṣì mí láti inú ikọ̀ ti ẹgbẹ́ olù Jordan ló fún ikọ̀ ti Austria láǹfààní àti léwájú kó tó di pé nígbà tí ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀